They are back. Yes, 2021 saw the release of a brand new album from one of South Africa's, I think, most decorated, applauded and loved bands for the last 3 decades. The Springbok Nude girls are back and better than ever, and we love it. They are showing their longevity, their incredible work ethic, and of course, just this amazing talent that they have. They do occupy a special place in my heart and the hearts of all South Africans. And of course, Party Apocalypse is here to show how they rock. And before we chat to Arno and Theo again, here is a little taste of their new single called Emerging Submarines.
Emerging submarines, we are. Emerging submarines, we are. Emerging submarines, we are. Emerging submarines, we are. Emerging submarines.
I did stress the word rock, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a round of applause for the Springbok girls? Look at you guys, man. I know I do act like a kid at Christmas whenever I see you, because it is just so exciting to me. You're part of my DNA, I think, in my psyche, in terms of being introduced to this kind of music locally was just something so special. The fact that you are doing this now, again, in this way, how significant is that for you guys? What was it like getting back into studio, to get back into that creative maelstrom of creating an album?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, it's part of our DNA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just do what comes naturally, and it's fantastic to kind of be back at it in a certain way. It's a new year. The album is not done yet. There's another single coming out, and things are still happening. And then slowly but surely, we'll probably start working on something new.
I love that, the fact that, and I think people, we love to like classify and pigeonhole people, but you guys have obviously been involved in your solo efforts. You've been very busy over this time, but there must be something magical about stepping back into this creative space. Have you been able to put your finger on, Theo, what it is that the Nude Girls does? What makes you so unique? How have you been able to carve this path for yourselves to this degree as a band? What is it that makes the Nude Girls who you are, man?
I think we have when we met, we had very different styles of musical influences, and although our backgrounds were kind of similar, I like listened to metal when we just met, and Arno would listen to like a lot of alternative kind of stuff, and Arden was into jazz and that kind of stuff. And I think because each one of us was so different in terms of our musical influences is what made the band so special. Like a lot of times when a band gets together, they all got like some band that they all like.
Yeah.
You know, like we like this band.
There's a true north, yeah.
Yeah, there's like, we like this kind of stuff, we're going to do this stuff. But none of us really, as the band evolved creatively, we indulged in each other's music tastes, you know, and adopted like kind of stuff that we listen to. But we do come from very different artistic backgrounds.
And you get that, and I think there's a reason why you've been able to create a space that is all your own. Is there an expectation then when you're creating an album to fit within that framework? How did this album come together creative, or as it comes together, what's the feel and the vibe? What are you going through with this album? Because there always seems to be an underlying emotional or an intellectual question being asked, something happening. What was the vibe with this one?
Yeah, I mean, artists all over the world, we do reflect upon the world we live in. So, Party Apocalypse, it reflects on the world we are in at the moment, and it feels like it's a bit of an apocalypse.
Just a little.
But the party continues, kind of thing, even if it's in lockdown in your own house. But so we are just reflecting, and the end of the day is we have got a sound. The sound is, you know, that's part of us. So we have changed, but also music has changed.
Yeah.
So we change kind of with times, but you kind of keep to what makes the band special.
It's because what we want. It's what we need.
I think it's also for the first time, probably in human history, that every person on this planet had exactly the same problem.
Yeah, same experience of life.
Like normally,
Interesting.
you know, like there's a forest fire somewhere, and all of us had to say, everybody tried to get the crap mask out of the car door that had breadcrumbs on it, so that you tried to.
And you'll wear it. And that's the
Before
thing.
you
We
go
have had
into
this amazing shared experience. And I would imagine with this one, it's been an emotional journey as well for you guys. So I'm so glad we get to feel a bit of that emotion in this album. It's going to be not just for the fans of the Nude girls, but I think for an entire new generation to understand where South African rock comes from. Look at those beautiful
Look at those
faces.
darlings.
Oh, we absolutely love it, and we want you to stick around for the rest of this hour, because Arno and Theo are not going anywhere. We've got a taste of some of their new music and hopefully a little sprinkling of something a bit nostalgic to hit the super fans right there, but stick around, they are not going anywhere.